What is up, everyone? This is Omegabalmung here with another quick video, and I should say quick, but earlier video. I said that I was going to do a video. Maybe I was going to hold up until next comic book pickup of the week video, which is going to be next Wednesday, or maybe Wednesday, Thursday, around that time. But I actually went to my local comic book store, which is, I shouldn't say local. It's quite far. It's about like 40 minutes from where I live. About 30 minutes at least, at tops. And they were having a sale, like I said, in the pickups of the week from this week. They were doing a 50% off. All back issues are 50% off, and then whatever is ticketed on the books themselves are 50% off. So I'd say it's $3. So instead of that, it'd be like $1.50. So I had to take advantage of that, of course, and I went and I was there for like maybe 2-ish hours just picking out books. I did come up with a lot, as you can see from there, but like I said, a lot of them were picked from like being $1.50, so not too bad of a pick. I did find a few that I was looking for. A lot of them were just like, oh, I might just pick them up because I have to make it worth it. 40 minutes long drive, and I have to make it work. Make it a worthwhile trip. Anyways, let's get started here. We got first is the Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars issue 7. This is actually the first appearance of the second Spider-Woman. So pretty cool. Next up is X-Force issue 11. This is the first appearance of Domino, which is in pretty much the later X-Force and whatnot. So I'm pretty excited for that one. And you get a cool Deadpool picture in the front there too. Next up is Web of Spider-Man 119, which is the first appearance of Kane. If you remember Kane, he is the perfect clone of Spider-Man, so he's the one that won't die from deterioration and stuff like that. So I decided to grab this one. They didn't really have, I think, Scarlet Spider-Man issue 1, so I couldn't get that one, which is his first appearance as in his spider suit. So unfortunately I couldn't get a hold of that. Would have been pretty cool. Next up is from DC New Titans issue 99. This is actually Roy Harper's new costume, or actually his second costume, I should say, which is Arsenal. Then he becomes Red Arrow. So this is when he joins. He gets his new costume and his new name called Arsenal. Next up is Static, which is still in its cover, I guess. I don't think they opened it yet. I think this is the first appearance of Static Shock, which, if you guys seen the cartoons, know who he is. Cartoons of what was it, WB? So pretty cool stuff. Next up is Superman 74, which is Doomsday on the cover there. I think this one follows up from the Justice League International, which you see them fighting Doomsday, and then it leads up into the Superman books, which Doomsday is revealed. So next up is Superman from the New 52 issue 6 and issue 5. Go through these quick because I picked up a whole bunch of them, and issue 2. So I'm building up my New 52 Superman issues. Pretty excited for that. Like I said, this was a good chance to go and I spent like 2 hours there, spent like 20-ish something bucks. I also hit up a different comic book store since they were so close together. I had to do it. So anyways, issue 2 for Superman, the New 52 Superman. Next up is Action Comics, the New 52 Action Comics issue 3. I think I'm about getting a new stand for this. Maybe a real book stand and not just a little plate stand here. So I think if I can get it up, it actually stands more straighter, I guess, hopefully. Next up is Wonder Woman issue 226. I think this is the last issue for, was this volume 2? Was it volume 2 or 3? One of them. I think it's 3. This is the last issue for volume 3. And I do love the cover there too with Superman. And the cover says friends or foes, which is pretty cool. And of course, I kept having to go and buy this issue, of course. DC Universe Online Legends issue 7 with future Batman. If you played any of the new, or if you played the DC Universe Online game, you know this Batman is the future Batman. He's kind of messed up, but at the same time he's freaking badass. He has more equipment that comes with him. He has like rocket boots and stuff like that. And as Batman, he's still Batman. I mean, he's still badass, and you actually see him come back and try to. There's different DLCs that have him helping you in like the Nexus and stuff like that with time traveling, having different Batmans from different Gaslight. Is it Gaslight or Gaslight Batman? There's the old like barbaric looking Batman. There's some pretty cool stuff though. Anyways, DC Universe Online Legends issue 7. Next up is Marvel Team Up featuring Spider-Man and the Daughters of the Dragon, which is just Marvel Team Ups issue 64. Next up is Green Lantern issue 48. This is actually I think the third volume. And this is like a quick appearance of, what was it? Oh man. Oh, I forgot what his name was. Oh my gosh. It's blanking out on me. Too many characters to keep track of. Kyle Rayner, I think his name was. So pretty cool. That was a little bit expensive. And I think my cousin might be, I don't know, he might have that one already. Next up is Batman, The New Adventures. 408, actually this is Batman 408. This is actually a origin story for Jason Todd, which is of course Red Hood. Pretty cool stuff. And I found this for like $1, so I'm pretty happy for that. Next up is The Avengers issue 195. This is actually a two-part first appearance of the Taskmaster. They didn't have 296, which is was disappointing because they had this one 195 and then 197 right after. So I was like, no. Would have been cool to get both of them. But next up is, of course, this is the one I was waiting for to come in by mail. This is issue 1 of the Savage She-Hulk, and I bought this one for pretty cheap. I mean, it's in an okay condition. You're looking at maybe like a fine plus, maybe a little higher than that. It does have a little bit of stains on it. It's not pure white, and I don't mind too much of that as long as the cover looks pretty good, and it's not like just raggedy and with like so much spots on it. It's fine by me. Next up is, of course, I totally missed this one. Somehow, I don't know how I missed it. Maybe because of the fact that they had, when I went to the comic book shop, they had this whole big line, and I was kind of like trying to look at books, but at the same time, the line kind of curved into the new releases, which I might have missed that. So, fortunately, it would have been in my top 3 because I just read through it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is freaking awesome. Amazing Spider-Man issue 4, which is the new one. Totally love it. You have Spider-Man going back, or this is actually taking place during the original sins. You have Spider-Man and then the Avengers calling for Spider-Man to come and help him out. And they get hit with the Watcher's eye, and then he finds out that, oh, whoa, there's a lady Spider-Man that, or there's another person that gets bitten, which is the lady here. So I think her name was Cindy or something like that. And then he goes and frees her, and then they kind of battle it out, which she is faster than Spider-Man, but not stronger. But her movements and spider senses are a little bit faster. So pretty cool stuff. And then they leave the place and then she makes her own little costume for her, which is she just webs herself up and she's like, call me the Silk. And Spider-Man's like, wait, I should have done that. It would have saved me a bunch of money. So pretty cool stuff. Next up is Wonder Woman issue 15. This is actually 88. Would be either the second or I think it's the second volume. I do love this cover. Unfortunately, it's not pure white as I would like it to be. You can see the inside of it. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to look like, but you do see it just a tad bit in the cover, but I do love the cover. It looks freaking awesome. Next up is Justice League of America. This is the second volume. This is actually, I think this is the one with Roy Harper as Red Arrow, first appearance as Red Arrow. So I think it's this one. Hopefully it is. I just wrote it down as Justice League 7. So if I messed up on that one, that's not too bad. I only spent like $2 on that, so not too bad. Next up is, and it's almost done. So these are pretty much the newer stuff. We got Superman issue 14. Like I said, I'm building up my Superman comics. Pretty excited about that. Next up is Earth 2 issue 9. I'm looking forward to the world's finest Huntress and Power Girl, and now they're going back to Earth 2, I guess. And we're going to see what's going to happen there. So I'm trying to get caught up on Earth 2 and see how that works out. Next up is Earth 2 issue 11. These are all out in order, out of order a bit. And then also have, which is pretty awesome cover with Dr. Fate in the front here. I think this Dr. Fate looks badass and shiny. Next up is Earth 2 issue 10. And of course I do have one more, which is one of the bigger books that I was able to get to. One that I was looking for a while now. For about like a week or two, I was kind of looking forward to. I had actually had it on order, but the shop that I went to, they kind of told me like, oh yeah, we actually don't have this one. So this is the Inhumans issue 1, which is I think their first. I think it is their first solo series. So. Like I said, I was looking for. I had it on order with all the books that I had from. If you remember the comic book pickups, it was in that pile of books too. But they said like, oh yeah, we just don't have it, and sorry about that. So they refunded my money back. And like I said, I did spend a little bit more over there. One that probably didn't have as good of a look. This one does have little defects in there, but I mean I spent like $12 for it. I can't really say too much about it. There's, like I said, there is a little bit defects. There's like a little line across here, but small enough to where you really can't see it from afar. But once you kind of get closer, you can kind of see it. And it's like $12. The one I was going for was like 15 or 16, and it was like a very good copy. So this one is not too bad. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I did go out there. I had fun. Took a lot of time. I couldn't really take any longer because I really don't want to be stuck in traffic. If you live in the Minnesota area, you would know that going to Bloomington, it's not that great. I mean, you have to go past Mall America and go to Bloomington, and it's once it hits like 3-4 o'clock. Yeah, coming down from there wouldn't be too fun. So I actually had to make myself I had to get out of here by 1 o'clock, and then go to the other store by 2. Get there, stay there for an hour, and then just leave from there. I actually had to pace myself for that. But anyways, that is it for this week. Like I said, I spent a little bit more than I would have liked, but I also almost did buy, which I was really looking forward to. I was thinking of getting, instead of getting all these, I would have probably gotten one book and I probably would have gotten a few of the other ones. I would have probably dropped the Superman books. I would have dropped the action comic books. But I was looking forward to trying to get that Avengers. Was it Avengers Annual? I think it was either 10 or 11. That one was actually the first appearance of Rogue from the X-Men. I was like, oh, I can't believe they had that. They had it for like $50. I'm like, oh, it's not too bad of a price. I looked online. It's actually pretty good. Maybe like a low, very fine grade. It's like $50, and they had 25% off of wall books, so it would have been only like 30 something bucks. And I was like, oh, I should have bought that instead, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm more about I like reading books, so I look forward to reading all these books. But I would definitely have to probably go back there and get it. I don't know if hopefully I can get it over there soon and not miss out on the 25% off, and not once it hits 50, once it goes back to normal, I probably won't buy it anymore. But I'll keep searching for a lower grade copy and then just get that and just buy this. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Literally earlier on, I just posted in my video like the day before. So I had to do this because I wanted to get these out of the way, as of course Wednesdays are usually pretty rough for me just because of the fact that I had to read all these books and I didn't want to make it too long. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like my videos. Don't forget to leave comments. Want to talk about books, comic books, and video games. Go ahead and leave some comments. And just if you want to talk about something, just go ahead. Anyways, hopefully I'll see everybody next week.